State Wolfpack. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Syracuse Orange, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the NC State Wolfpack. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. Out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress at defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got him downfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Rushes on him. Makes the grab. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
So NC State's offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Unloads to the right. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He's got it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Motion from the back. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. He wants to throw it. Touchdown, Cuse! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
10, NC State 0.
On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Caught in the backfield, it's Sampson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Snagged in the middle, it's Sampson. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Punts it out of the air. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Diving for the goal line, and he lost the ball. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Let's talk for a second about NC State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Bowers.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. He'll keep it himself. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Thomas. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's second and 6. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. The change will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. So now it's second and long. They just keep firing. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Wolfpack! A great catch and run for 6. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Pittsburgh. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Red pass, it's complete. Turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep on the run. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. He's brought down as short return, and the defense comes out on top with the pick.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
To the air on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sampson. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Second down, they'll go to the air. He turns that loose down the right side. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. To the air on second down. Touchdown, North Carolina State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The give out of the gun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They'll go to work in the air on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run this play from the pistol. Gonna swing it on second down. Throws for the tight end. Fires it incomplete. Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. Looking to throw. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on third down. And for the second time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He splits the uprights. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Oh, they're after him. Took a shot as he threw. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll try the run. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? He's looking to throw. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. He leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's got him. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll go to the air. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Syracuse. Fitted in the window for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Bauer. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. NC State quick to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Finds the tight end. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pulls it in. At the 45 on his way. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Finds his big tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Good timing on the quick out. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line. First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. Spin, still running. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Give to the running back. Touchdown, Orange! They take the lead with the 6.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Looking for the 2-point try. Sends it back in motion. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the 2-point conversion. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Sampson. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Got a man. It's Bauer. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. Punt is in the air on fourth down. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Got it set up on the outside. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll pull it on the read. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The give to the tailback. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run play action. Fires complete on the crosser. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Cuse. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Virginia Tech is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Clemson. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bauer. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Use the play fake, now to throw. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Syracuse. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. They They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. It'll be a draw. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Offense in a split backfield. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Snap from the gun on third down. The throw. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Wants to throw again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Grab behind the line. It's Sampson. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that fourth down.
Quick release on the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Found a little bit of running room. Knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Syracuse lines up on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Hauls it in. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. Special teams heading out after the 3rd down completion's not quite special enough to move the chains. Fair catches signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions. Makes the grab past the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because...
There he goes! They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, NC State! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Ready to try the point after.
For the extra point.
Splits the uprights. They march 72 yards. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
NC State 28.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They'll give it to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. And the timing just a hair off. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. Still on his feet at the 45. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Tosses it incomplete. Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Reads it, fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Power football with the run. They'll bring him down right at the 20-yard line, and a 4th down looms and decision time for this offense. Trying to do it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
2nd down coming up.
They'll move the tight end. He'll do it himself. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Sampson. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. NC State going up tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer.